Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel. This violin lesson will be on Etude 43 of the Wohlfahrt Opus 45 series. And it's marked moderato. It's 6/8, even though it's all 16ths. And it's 3 flats, key of E flat major. Quite a difficult key for violin. The previous etude, number 42, was in C major, so we're going from C major to E flat. So it's quite a shift there. So we have to be thinking very, very low with our hand. So for intonation, this is a challenging etude. There's a number of difficult shifts through this piece. So let me just look through, for example, that's not so difficult at the end of the first line, but coming to the second line, we've got that little extension. We're in third position, half step up for the E flat, and then we have to come down to first position. We're going to be very, very low with that B flat. And then in the second line, second bar, getting the third finger underneath the 4. There's the 4 of the A flat. There's the D. And then reaching back for the F, and then bringing the third finger back. There's a lot of moving parts there. And then Mr. Wohlfahrt's so nice. He always gives us second chances. Not just, so we got to, either, you can look at it either, if we muff the first one, we get the second one. And if we get the first one, we got to prove we could do it twice, you know. So I have a feeling like I'm wiggling my hand around a little bit to get that, but you got to do what you got to do. And when I look on the camera, I'm not wiggling too much, but it feels that way. Okay, and then the third line, all of a sudden, D, B flat to D, major third, shifting. That's a long way to go. You know, when I teach shifting the third position, I'm always teaching a minor third from B to D. But this is B flat. So only when a student really gets very adept at that shifting, you know, and of course with all fingers, right? The minor third is the easiest. And then when they get good, then I suggest let's try it with a major third. And this one, is the hardest because it's very, very long way to go. So as we're playing this, and then when we come back, Wohlfahrt's such a genius for teaching technique. This is third line, second bar. We're set up in third position. Now when we come back to the C, no problem, but we gotta also make sure we're ready for the B flat. That's not easy to do. And of course he didn't allow us to change the bow, so there's going to be some sound. The first finger's got to stay pretty close or on the string. I mean, it can be cheated. See, I can do it like that. I stop the bow just momentarily. It might cheat, you know, but ideally for this etude, I'd say don't stop the bow. So we actually hear that little tiny bit of a shift. Okay, so we're going ahead. It's all the same. Oh, and now there's a sudden at the end of the first, if you're using the Schirmer edition, at the end of the first page, the surprise F natural. When I was just reading through the piece the first time, I go, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. So now here, see there it again. First F natural, shifting to A, major third. That's a hard one. And then he's got a shifting back. Long way to go. So that's what some of the subtle difficulties of this etude. Keeps throwing that at us. And then when we come second bar, we have to pull up the first finger B flat to be natural. It's still a difficult shift. We don't have the first finger back in the F natural position. It would be the equivalent of the F sharp position, but still just to play. It's always a tricky move. And then, so this whole passage, very, very complicated. Practice it slowly. Do two bows if you need to. So we hear that E flat extension, then coming back to the normal position, whole step across strings, then shift, and then shift again. So all these things, work it out slowly, take many bows as you need to make this work. Probably 2 bows is enough. There he goes again. This kind of a shift actually becomes easy in comparison. And of course, in faster, you won't even hear the shift hardly. Notice here, B flat, this is the end of the second line, the whole steps. And then all of a sudden we got half step. Got to be really aware of getting those fingers tight. Pull back the 2. Right across the string. Now this is an easier shift because we have the bow change. Okay, so we have many of these same difficulties. Now we're on the 4th line. I feel like that's very, very low. Then we have the similar. Oh, I see what it is. He suggests a different fingering. On the 2nd line, we shift on the F to 3rd position, and now on this 4th line, we're shifting on the E string. I don't know if these are Wohlfahrt's fingerings, but it all makes very good logical sense. So then we're going ahead. Now when we hit this A flat on the 5th line, make sure it stays very low. next line. Let's see what we've got. That's all pretty good, no problem there. Just be careful of this. This is the sixth line. Okay, and that's seventh line. That's a surprise. We've been playing so many E flats. Suddenly he gives us just a regular standard third position D. It's almost like it's a little moment of expression. You could take a little bit of rubato time there, would be nice. All right, looking forward, this is all pretty much the same. 4 lines from the bottom, last one. That's all good. Oh, and then we come to the famous last 2 lines where actually the previous bar. Now just practice. I can feel in my hand, I don't want to press too hard with that 4th finger to not put strain in my hand. And you'll probably find that works pretty well. One last little difficult shift there from 1 to 2, getting to be. And I like to add that it doesn't really matter whether you do an up bow or separate. Just, yeah, he suggests 2 downs. I think I played it down up. Either way, it's fine. It's nice if you can get these three notes in one shot. If you need to, move the bow a little bit down away from the bridge. And a fermata on the last note. I would highly recommend to all of you, when you're practicing a piece like this, when you get it to a certain level that you feel, well, that's pretty good, record it. Do it like I'm doing. I'm just on a desktop computer. I'm on the iMovie, and I'm recording myself. And, so then listen back and with a critical ear, and judge whether you think your intonation is good, or maybe, in this piece, typically, you're going to find notes that are both sharp and flat, too high or too low, because it's that kind of a difficult piece. I remember when I was first recording this so many years ago, back, I don't know, 2007, whatever, I had a new violin I was playing, and I wanted to put some time in, and so I recorded all these pieces. I ended up recording the entire set 3 times before I finally settled on the 3rd time that I said, this is good enough. Because it took me that long to really get used to listening to myself on recording with that critical ear. So record the piece, listen to it yourself, and, find places that you say, well, I could do better there. Then you practice some more, and then another day later or a week later, record it again, see if it's better. And this is a way to open your ear up, to make yourself more attentive. Another aspect of playing violin is that we've always got difficulties coming ahead of us, and our attention is often directed ahead. We're not right in the moment. And that's what the better you get, the more you could be in the moment and hear the problems, and yet still be prepared for what's coming. And my philosophy basically is I make mistakes. Of course, we all make mistakes, and I'm comfortable with the mistakes as long as I hear them. I want to know, oh yeah, I screwed that up, I'll get it next time, whatever. It's when I record and I think, oh, this is really good, and then I listen and I hear problems. That's what makes me upset, and that's why I keep practicing and I keep recording, and hopefully I keep getting better. Okay, thank you so much for listening. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do, and have a great day.